Yeah! What's happening out there? Good Game Report community. Welcome to the podcast, special edition, early Saturday vibes only. You know the vibes. I'm your host, Stav, Super Crazy Stav, coming to you live. Bang, bang. And now we're out here. We have a crazy episode. Everybody who's in Twitch right now, watching the live podcast, what's happening? How are you? Thanks for joining. If you're listening later on the week, what's up? Big Preach out there. Big Preach. I'm with my co-host right now. Mendy, can I get a year?
Year.
Let me get a double year.
Year.
Big Preach, Mendy. Big Preach. How excited are you about this podcast right now?
Dude, I'm pumped right now. I don't think anybody's ready for what they're about to see.
We have our first domination of a guest right now. He's even hiding in the background right now.
Yes.
Behind. You can't see him. You can hear him. Let's bring him out. Our special guest of the week, SuperCrazyMark. Mark.
Woo.
Hello.
What's happening, my guy? How are you? Boom.
I'm good.
Love it.
I
Hello.
love it. The transitions in the podcast, first time seeing it that we've seen it, that we've experienced. Mark, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How is everyone there?
I'm good. I'm superb. Mendy, how are you?
I'm amped up right now. I'm ready to rock and roll.
I think we can say we are all officially lit right
Yeah,
now that
pretty
this
excited.
is going on. Mark,
Yes,
how did we come across one another?
that's a good question. I think we have a mutual streaming friend, Mad70 _, and I became friends with him through Steam and through Twitch, and I think you then became friends with him, and he said, "Hey, pop over and see SuperCrazyMark," and you
We
did.
And
You've never looked back.
We haven't. It was
We can't let go.
I'm almost so upset that it took me so long to find you.
You think so?
And now we're just connected in life together, and it's just awesome.
Right.
It's superb.
Yeah, well, I've been streaming for a while, so I'm a little bit upset that you've not come across me earlier.
I'm upset at myself. Mendy, I blame you. I only blame you.
It's a bit my fault, I have to admit. Yeah.
I'm glad you're taking some of that. So Super Crazy Mark, who are you? What are you? Why are you on this podcast?
Basically, I like to stream horror games and puzzle games, and I do it just for a bit of a giggle, bit of a laugh. Started a long time ago, and I've just been doing it off and on whenever there's a good game. And there just seems to be a complete flurry of good games or weird games. I like to play weird games. If anyone saw my stream last night, that was an odd game. What Became of Edith Finch? That was a rather bizarre game. I like games like that.
We came in when you were playing Dancing Death or something. What was that first game that we saw? The one before We Happy Few? Where we made you go down the well and you died going down the well.
Song of Horror.
Song of Horror.
You came in on Song. That is an epic game. That's made up of lots of episodes, and you were watching episode 4. And episode 5 is released in March, so I'm looking forward to playing that. Yes, that's the perfect game I like to play.
It was really good. That was really good.
Puzzles, horror, scares, jumps, where chat can get involved. I like those kind of games.
And I believe, Mendy, correct me if I'm wrong, you made Mark die by pushing him down a well, correct?
I don't know if it was me.
I think if we look back on the video,
let's not look back. Let's look forward.
Should I go down the well?
I
think we should
remember
look
somebody
forward.
was giving you 100 bits, maybe more, not sure, to say go down the well.
I don't know who you're talking about. It was probably one of some of your fans out there probably forced you to do it. Anyway, moving on past that. So Super Crazy Mark, how did you get your name Super Crazy Mark?
Yes.
Well, a long time ago when I needed a name, I was Crazy Mark. And that was many years ago, probably just as the internet gaming was getting popular. And when I went to register Crazy Mark in all these sort of forums, to log in as Crazy Mark, it was taken. So I added Super onto the front. And
so your
thus
craziness expanded from just Crazy Mark to Super Crazy Mark.
Yep. So it was a super brand of Crazy Mark. Yeah. So now I find that Super Crazy Mark is all right.
Super Crazy Mark just kind of rolls off the tongue, super crazy, super crazy.
Bada-bada-boo.
I think I'm going forward. I'm gonna be super crazy stuff.
Super Crazy Mendy, Super Crazy Stav.
Yeah, well, you see, to do that, you'd have to be part of Super Crazy Gamers.
Oh,
That's
yes.
a great transition right there because
Yeah.
I want to know
Yeah.
what is super crazy gaming. Is this something you started? Is it kind of like a group of everybody? What is it?
Yeah, it's Super Crazy Gamers, not
Gamers,
gaming.
Mendy, come on.
Yeah, I'm not one to correct, but yeah. So basically, there's a few of us. There's a few core, me and my mates that game, and throughout the years, there's always been 4 or 5 of us that have always played together. And I'd say over the years, there's been 9 or 10 of us in total. Some drift in, some drift out of gaming. And there was one other guy, Scruffy Rico. He
Super crazy Scruffy?
No, he was Scruffy Rico, just called Scruffy Rico.
Oh.
And I was Super Crazy Mark, and then we sort of created Super Crazy Gamers. Kind of came around. And actually, when we used to play the Battlefield games, and you had to have a gaming tag, a 3-letter tag, we were SCG, Super Crazy Gamers. And then it was from there when Scruffy Rico started streaming way before me. I don't think he streams much anymore. But I thought, oh, that's epic. I'd like to do that. So because we were both streaming, we needed a single point of contact.
Mhm.
So Super Crazy Gamers was kind of hatched around that time.
And was that just through Discord?
Back then, I think we used Skype at first, and then TeamSpeak, and then onto Discord. Yeah.
I have to ask, how long ago was this?
Say again?
How long ago was this?
2014, 2015, maybe.
Oh, I thought you were going to say 20 years ago. I was like,
Yeah.
wow. So 2014.
Yeah, I mean, no, we've been playing games for about 20 years,
Gotcha.
but we didn't. Yeah, Super Crazy Game, because we used to play them offline. We used to go around people's houses and sort of join our Xboxes together and play Halo and things like that.
Like everybody. And I think that's a good start. We can kind of go into your gaming background a little bit here.
Yeah.
Like have you always played video games? Like I kind of feel like
Yeah.
every guest we have on, it's just kind of been a lifelong thing that they've been doing.
Absolutely. Yeah, right back from the Commodore 64 all the way up into PC. Started off with a Spectrum and a Commodore 64, playing the old games like that, then got into PC gaming. As you do, drifted off into console gaming for a while, and then when the internet sort of blew up, got back into PC gaming and online gaming, and here I am today.
Excellent. Betty, I don't even think we've really touched on what we started, but you've been in this path before, right? You started off console when you were younger, obviously, and now you're into the PC gaming as well. I think that's just the right path to go down.
Yeah.
If you're gonna take gaming like seriously, I guess you would say it. That's the path that you end up going down, right? I mean, we're all in PC right now. We all started off on console.
Yeah.
And that's just the way the cookie crumbles. I think you would say. So have you always done horror games? You mentioned you played Halo for a while.
No, Halo was years ago, years and years and years ago. I mean, so no, basically when Scruffy Rico was doing some streaming, I thought I'd like to stream something, and I actually looked it up today, and it was in April of 2017 when I decided to stream Resident Evil 7 because that had just been released.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And I thought I'd just do it for a bit of a laugh, stream that, and that was pretty good, and I enjoyed it. And then after that, I think I streamed Outlast, the first Outlast, and then I stopped for a while, for a couple of months, because I was just doing it for a chuckle. And then a year later, I came back into streaming, and now I've just kind of kept it up.
I think you and Mendy have similar things. You guys were talking about it in chat, I believe 2 days ago. What do you call it? The linear games? Is that what you like to play?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like linear games. I don't like to have to read. I don't have to think.
It's overrated. Reading's overrated.
Yeah, I just like to go through, and as Super Crazy Bush said in chat,
Mr. Bush.
Yeah, Mr. Bush. As Mr. Bush said in chat, hi, Mr. Bush. He said, what is it? Winners don't read. No, or did he say winners read? Winners don't read. I don't know. He said something funny.
Benny, what games, linear games, would you like?
The first thing you said, I was just thinking of Rocket League, but that doesn't really count at all. Let's see here. Give me like a good linear game real quick.
I like the old God of War games.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
very one path. It reminds me of the We Happy Few that you were just playing yesterday. It's just one path the entire way, you know?
Oh,
You don't
here's a
have to
good
go
one.
too far around. Like you said, Resident Evil, those games, Metal Gear
Those are good.
Solid,
I
the
like a
old
linear
ones.
game with a puzzle as well.
Ooh.
What about Tomb Raider?
Yep, I've played a few of the Tomb Raiders on stream, and I really enjoy those, especially the newer ones.
Yeah, those are a lot of fun, and they have like their own
Mm.
unique puzzles to each
Yeah.
level too.
Because I
it's-
like people in chat to be able to see that I'm trying to do a puzzle, see
Mm.
how not that good I am, and then help me, which I like.
It's nice. You were jumping around playing We Happy. It's We Happy Few,
We Happy
correct?
Few, yeah.
Mm.
And you
So
were
I played the
calling yourself-
original We Happy Few a while ago, and finished that. And then when the DLC was on sale, I bought it as like a bit of a filler game for when I finish a major game. So when I finished Song of Horror, I thought, I'll give We Happy Few a go.
It's the you were calling yourself the super crazy Lara Croft with your whip because you were
Yeah,
jumping around and
yeah,
whipping everybody, and
Yeah.
you said you were the Lara Croft of We Happy
basically.
Few.
Basically. In fact, if you'd have put us side by side, it would have been difficult to, tell the difference.
I was closing my eyes and I was just envisioning the same person, the same
Yeah.
entity.
Yeah, which is one of my gameplay techniques as well.
You blend and mesh in with the character very well.
Basically, I become the character.
Wow.
You are the character.
Yeah.
You are Lara Croft.
Yeah.
From Tomb Raider.
Mm.
I need to see that cosplay whenever you do it. That's so you've been playing, it sounds like you've been playing video games for a long time.
Yes.
What do you love about gaming?
Ooh. It's gaming, streaming games and offline not streaming games. I find are two different experiences.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because offline, I find I can take my time, I can go back and enjoy it in that type of way. But when I'm streaming games, I can't sort of sit there for 5 minutes trying to work out something. I've got people to amuse, people are chatting away, and it's a whole. And also, you're very conscious that people are watching.
Yeah.
So I enjoy gaming in two different types of way. There are a few games I play offline that I don't stream. I'm not playing any at the moment though. But it's relaxing, isn't it? It's to get away from it all real life and things like that.
Mm.
The
And
I
kill
always
a few things.
I always find that people in my chat is the reason why I'm so bad at video games. I get nervous in front of them.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Thank you. And Mendy, do you think that's why I'm so bad?
Yes. It's the chat's
Thank you.
fault.
Well,
Yes.
to go completely off of what I would normally say, and to sort of almost be a little bit awkward. I think you're all right at games. I saw you play Apex.
Wow.
Can we
And
clip this? Can we
you've been
clip
all right.
this?
Wow.
You've been all right.
We could just end the podcast now. Stav is so happy. He's
Yeah.
good to go.
That just made my day, my weekend. I don't need an energy drink tonight. I'm just gonna replay this clip of you saying that over. I might make it an alert.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to be honest, I've watched some. I mean, I don't play Apex, and I'm no good at Apex. And I've watched streams where people play it, and they're just bad at it. But you're all right.
Thank you.
Oh.
I'm blushing now.
This is
Wow.
awesome. And you've probably seen me play with Mendy. What would you think about his gameplay from the side with me basically just rezzing him the entire time, right?
He's got interesting gameplay. Yeah, I think basically Mendy. I mean, obviously I don't see him playing, but I envisage him using his elbows on the controller rather than because it's just kind of the characters going like it's difficult to tell. Difficult to tell.
Mendy, would you like to add anything to this?
I'm really upset right now. What are you talking about? You saying Stav's okay, but I'm not? What is this?
Oh man. Someone chat just said watch him play Uno. Okay.
Oh, now you see, we play Uno offline. Me and our mates, and we really enjoy that. So,
Uno is a great stream game if you ever consider doing that. Highly recommend.
Mendy banned me from talking about Uno.
Yeah, he won't shut up. If he wins one game, he won't shut up about it for a whole week. Luckily, he has.
Don't you find that the games will last 45 minutes?
Yes.
It depends on the game mode that you do. There's like a 7 and 0 one where if you put down a 7, you can pick which hand you want for your own, and it switches. It's a never-ending game. Don't ever do that. It's horrible.
Yeah, we play that one.
Don't do it.
It's awesome. It's awesome. I love it.
I hate it so much.
We did a match late last night. We were all like pretty as you would say, pissed, and we were just like, we all just kind of wanted the game to end, so we were just like, I think we gave Scoot like a 7 to like clear it up, and then we're just like, all right,
threw
we're
the
done.
game. I gave him my hand, and then he had to just put one more card down, and that was it.
Yeah.
That's really the only time I ever lose an Uno, Mark, is when I, either one, feel bad for the person that I'm playing against, or I just want to wrap the game up,
Yep, I know the feeling. Yeah, I'm the same. Whenever I play, it gets a bit boring winning all the time, right?
I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, yeah.
But some people out there, maybe even in this podcast, don't know that feeling. But
No.
I feel like you and I know that feeling,
Yeah.
and maybe the other person in the podcast doesn't know that feeling.
Yeah, yeah. Could you imagine if you and I played a game of Uno? Exactly, exactly.
Just knackered by thinking about that.
Well, maybe we could play Uno sometime. That'd be really fun.
Maybe the twins can join us as well. That would be cool.
They can, yeah.
Speaking of the twins, let's get into your stream a little bit.
Okay.
So the first thing that we did is we hit the follow button when we got into your stream.
Yeah. And what happened?
And you said, "Good game report." And then you did a couple things. So if you don't mind, can you show us what? I don't think you have the music set up.
No.
But you
okay.
have a dance, right? So if you're out there when Crazy Mark is live,
quite a loose term, yeah.
Okay, you move.
Yeah.
And it's very moving to watch it. I don't know if you can recreate the movement right now
without the music.
I don't have the music.
I don't know if I can watch somebody dance without the music.
Yeah, no. You see, the thing is, it's you may think that that's a very professional choreographed dance.
I did,
and that's the illusion I like to give. But I'll let you into a bit of a secret. That dance is actually different every time, because I'm actually making that up as I go along.
No, that's choreographed.
Yeah. No. That is spur of the moment. Depends how I'm feeling, who's following type moves.
Is that why when Mendy followed, it was a little less ecstatic than when I followed?
Yes, obviously.
Keep in mind, when I followed, it was through the Good Game Report account. So I think that was the best one, not Stav's. Definitely not Stav's.
They're all different. And I don't even know how it came about, to be honest, because I'm guessing you were going to ask me that. Basically, when I started, I've never taken streaming seriously. But when people started to follow and started to watch on a regular basis, and anyone hits the follow button, I really genuinely do appreciate it, because I'm like, what? You're following me? No. Okay. And, jumping around is an interesting response. I've not seen anyone else do it, so.
I definitely have not.
I said offline, I may be stealing some of your stuff, so.
Yeah.
Did you feel like you had to live up to the name for SuperCrazyMark? Did you feel like you needed to do something to kind of match that username?
Well, now you've mentioned it, yes, but at the time, no. Literally, it's odd. I don't take streaming very seriously, but I really enjoy it. So yeah, everything I do, all the little bits you see, all the twins, all the other bits. There's loads of bits you haven't seen actually, because obviously you've not been viewing for very long. There's loads of things I've got in here that I just throw in every so often, and every so often I'll do a new one, and it literally is just a lot. It's just social. It's just to be social, really.
Yeah. Now you mentioned the twins. I call them my girlfriends.
Yeah,
so,
they're not happy about that, by the way.
Ooh.
We'll talk later.
Dawg is definitely not happy about that.
So you said you brought the twins with you?
Yeah, I think they're here.
Can you please bring them in?
Where are the
I'll
twins?
go get them 1 second. Twins? Want to go on it? No, you should do. Go on. It's fine. Just say yay. Just go on and say yay. Okay. All right.
Oh, yay! Woo!
Hi, twins.
Never gets old. Never gets old.
It doesn't, does it?
So
there's a few of them. You wait till if you should watch around Christmas time, because they've got little Christmas hats on and little red tops on.
Break down the twins. how did this idea come about? How did you? How? What? Who? What? When? Where? Why? Go.
Right. After getting some followers and enjoying that, people started to subscribe. And I'm like, what? That's mental. I need to do something more than just a dance. So yeah, I put together a few clips of some girls. And there's some other people as well. Dawg comes in occasionally and says things. So yeah, once the twins were pretty popular, I basically went and got a few different things to do. And there's a couple of people that watch that follow on that sort of cheer on a regular basis, and I'm obviously very appreciative of that. So I've got the twins do special thanks for them, and yeah, so it's just an extra bit of fun on the stream. So you're not just watching me playing a game for the whole time.
That really threw me off when you had the twins say the usernames. You had them say their names.
Yeah.
So how did you do that?
Well, those people have cheered on a regular basis, and I appreciate that. And to show my appreciation, I basically spend all the cheer money back into the stream.
I think that's
really
the best way to
nice.
do it.
Yeah.
Like, we're all thankful enough that anybody would even take 1 second out of their day to watch us play a video game.
Exactly.
And if it for me at least, I think we're all in the same boat here. Anything that we get in, we're putting it back into our streams.
Yeah.
To help benefit those people. Like, they went out of their way to give us bits or whatever, donations, subs. And it's only right to me to reinvest that back to them in the
Absolutely,
community. Yeah. And the twins is a really, really good thing. It's eye-catching, it really sticks out, and I love when they come out. I think they're phenomenal. They're my girlfriends now, so it's been nice.
Yeah, they weren't happy about that. They're faking it basically if they say that to you.
Are they with Mr. Bush?
No. They're just back here, but I can't bring them in.
Okay. Did you bring Dawg with you?
Well, I can go to my live scene and I can show you Dawg. He's not on this scene.
Gotcha. So
do you want me to do that?
We can. I'm gonna suggest everybody just goes and follows you when you're live.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then they can get the whole experience.
Yep.
I found the BRB screen girl the other day.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, I think there's about maybe 15 different things. 15. So you've only seen a few of them. Yeah.
15.
I can't even imagine
about that. Yeah, I have a lot of the intro. If you pop on to this, I always start streaming at 8 o'clock my time, and I always come on at about 7:40ish. And I always do a big intro at the very beginning, and the intro changes most days. So I've got 5 or 6 different intros that I use.
What do you do in that 20 minutes leading up to the podcast? Push-ups, sit-ups?
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, it's normally one-armed pull-ups.
Okay. I'm still mastering those. It's tough. I'm glad I'm glad you're at that level.
Yeah, they're doable. They are doable.
It's just kind of mind over matter, right? When it comes to the one-arm pull-ups?
Yeah. You see, I don't mind doing it, but I know it just doesn't matter.
But you don't want to show people that.
No. Not when I've got the twins.
Yeah, I feel that. That makes a lot of sense. Well, one thing I won't be able to steal from you are those overlays and stuff, because I don't know how to do it. So that's one thing I won't be able to steal from you. But I love it. Mendy, do you think could you ever imagine having doing something like that? I love it. Could you do that for me, Mendy? Please?
Yeah, look at this beautiful setup I have here in the hotel of Motel 6.
You cleaned it today. You cleaned it.
Just for SuperCrazyMark.
It didn't look like that earlier.
What are you talking about?
Wrong.
This is the first time I've seen it. Looks like a made bed behind you. Mendy.
It's always I don't know what you guys are talking about. It's always made. It's always clean in here. I have no idea what you're talking about.
No.
Yeah, it's never.
Thanks would be upset to hear you say that.
Thanks will never be upset with me.
True.
I love you,
That's
Dank.
true. It's true. So when you said you've been playing for a while.
Yeah.
When did you start streaming? When did the Twitch journey begin for you?
Well, like I said, back in 2017, I streamed Resident Evil 7, and then I followed that with Outlast, and then I didn't stream for a while. Then I don't think I even streamed until 2018, where I decided, I think Outlast 2 possibly. You'd have to look back through the videos. I can't remember. But then I started to get the really odd thing is when I first streamed Resident Evil back in 2017, I got like 400 followers.
Wow.
Which was really odd. And I didn't have a camera. I didn't have anything. I just played the game. All you could see on the screen was the game, not me, not anything. It's when I came back in 2018 that I decided to put a camera and an overlay in and things like that. And then it just kind of carried on. But like I say, I stream if I've got games to play. So when I run out of games to play, I'll take a little break and then I'll come back in if a big game's been released, like Resident Evil 3 is coming up. So, you know, if I happen to be a bit dry on games, I might take a week off before then and then come back in. So yeah, it's off and on.
So off and on since 2017.
Basically, yeah.
And you said that just playing that game, you got 400 followers. Is that when it really started taking off for you? And
no,
you know...
I didn't. Back in 2017, like, I didn't even have a camera or anything, and I saw the people following, and I thought, well, that's nice. And then I stopped streaming for a while. It's only been in sort of late 2018, all through 2019, and sort of now that I'm doing it on a regular basis, and it's I don't know if it's taken off. I get enough people. I get people chatting. I like the people chatting in chat rather than the viewers. I'd rather have low viewers and high chat than high viewers and low chat.
I'm a big chat guy.
Yeah, I've gone through stints where I've had 100 people watching and only 5 people chatting.
Really bizarre. Why do you think it is
creepy?
like that?
It's just
I
weird.
thought it was bizarre. However, when I finish a stream, I like to go and watch other people's stream, and I don't chat very much. I tend to lurk unless, you know, I know the people. So I guess that's just that. Maybe that's the nature. If you're watching on a mobile, it's easier just to watch.
Yeah, I hate typing on my my mobile.
Yeah,
It's true.
Like when I'm at the gym, Mendy, and like I'm watching streams, it's just very hard. When I'm at the gym texting while gymming it up, it's working on my one-arm pull-ups.
Yeah.
Shout out Scoot. No, but another thing that you're really good at, SuperCrazyMark, is coming in and donating bits to me to shotgun White Claws.
Yeah. Which is funny because one thing you're not that good at is shotgunning multiple White Claws.
Okay, hence you just said multiple?
Multiple. Your singles, you're all right. You're okay on one. Fine.
Thank you. I'll take that. I'm working on the 3 that you made me do.
Yeah. Well, that was all you that came about. I came in and I appreciated that you'd been in my stream and you donated some bits. And I thought, this is nice. I'm going to watch him play. I'm not into Apex Legends yet. I'm going to watch this guy and see how it goes on. And you were entertaining and I enjoyed it. And dare I say it, you were all right at the game. So I donated some bits. And then you said, oh, with this amount of bits, I'm going to have to do a shotgun. I'm like, oh, it's like that, is it? I bet I can make him do that again.
Okay, you're just like, all right, and go.
Challenge accepted.
Mark, he used to do only 5 bits for a shotgun. He'll just randomly go, anybody gives me 5 bits, I'll do a shotgun.
Really?
And then, sure enough.
Oh, if I look back on how many bits I've cheered, I could work out how many shotguns he owes me then.
My managers told me that I need to uptick my shotgun to bit donation. But like I kind of sneak them in there. I'm just like, oh man, like if I get like 5 more bits right now, then I'll shotgun White Claw, and then it just like pours in, just like 5 bits, 5 bits, 5 bits, 5 bits. So I'm pretty sneaky, and
yeah, but you're also shotgunning each time they're doing the 5 bits.
Yes, you picked up on that. You were like, well, that was all you. So
yeah.
Well, thanks for letting me get that pissed that night.
Fine.
I was surprised. So that was last Friday, I believe.
Yeah, it was.
And I actually didn't have a chair stream. I thought I was totally gonna forget to log off. Have you ever done that, SuperCrazyMark?
No.
You always logged off, huh?
Yes. I always have an outro at the end of my streams. I do
like a funky
definite
video.
Outro. Yeah, and sometimes I'll play a funny video or something.
So you've never have you ever fallen asleep
No.
on your microphone?
No.
Me neither.
Although one thing I do try and you see, I think what makes me slightly different is that I only stream for an hour and a half from 8 o'clock until 9:30, unless I'm in the moment and it will overrun. But yeah, it's just hour and a half, as many days as I can. Normally not on a Wednesday, but most days. So yeah, I'm quite awake between the hours of 8 and 9:30.
That's good. I try to be awake between 8 and 9:30 as well. It's more like the 2 a.m. streams time that I get.
I haven't done a long stream actually. I was considering doing a long stream of Song of Horror. Like I said, we're on episode 5 or 4 or 5, and I was thinking of doing all the episodes back to back from the beginning on a. So it's not like it's going to be a 6-hour stream. It's going to be a until I do this game stream, which I think would make it about a 7 or 8 hour stream. I thought that might be fun.
Sorry, Mendy. I always try to do 10-hour streams, but then I also I preference saying or until the White Claws knock me out.
Yeah. So have you fallen asleep then?
Me? No. Damn it.
He has.
I fell asleep like this on my microphone. I like nestled up into like this portion of which is extremely soft.
Okay.
And then I just got up and left. Mendy was so nice enough to make a montage.
Yeah, there was a lot
which
of
was an
videos
absolute disaster. Oh, that was wild.
I have a question for Mark. I was curious to why you do shorter streams. Like, is it more beneficial? Is there a certain reason to it, or is it just something that you do, and that's
basically there's a bunch of us, 4 or 5 of us that like to play online games, and we all get together and play the games after the stream.
How come you don't stream that session?
Because we play. We've tried to do that. We started streaming Raft when we were playing it, and I find that you've got a different approach to the game when you know that it's being streamed to the public. Like the 4 of us are playing the game GTFO, which is an epic first-person co-op, really, really difficult shooter, and it's just fun, just amongst ourselves to be chitty-chatting and not have to worry about what we're saying and things like that. So yeah, it's nice to sort of unwind and not be on stream. And I am only doing the stream for a giggle, so an hour and a half. There we go. Had my bit of fun streaming. Now let's have fun with my mates.
I remember reading when I was first coming into the streaming world. Someone had, I think it was Tim the Tap Man. He said, like, if you're starting off, have a set stream schedule, do it like the same time so you can get the same people when you're starting, and don't go for too long. Don't overextend your hours.
Yeah.
Go in, hit it, and then just get out.
Yeah.
Right. And he said that that's a good tip for people who are
Definitely.
starting. And I mean, I think it works out. It ended up working out for me, drinking White Claws and having fun and singing and sometimes dancing. That doesn't work in an hour and a half. So, I mean, it all depends on what you want to do when you're streaming and your schedule. And I mean,
it also all depends where you are in the world as well. Because I'm in the UK, I've found now that nearer the end of my streams, I get people coming in who are in a different time zone. So sometimes I've gone on longer because they've only just arrived, and I feel bad of going, oh, sorry, you've just arrived to see my outro. Woo! And if they take the time to chat in chat, which they do, then I'm happy to carry on.
Do you follow a lot of people over in the States, streamer-wise?
I think so. Yeah, I don't know where they're all from. I think I follow all the standards, Dr. Disrespect, In the Tap Man, people like that. It's Me, JP, Syndicate, people like that.
Do you
Good Game Report?
Good Game Report. Boom.
Yeah. Stav. Yeah, Mendy. All the big players.
Yeah, the big ones. The guys who are high up on Twitch.
Yeah.
Every night, Tim the Tap Man, Dr. Disrespect, Stav, Mendy some nights.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the big dogs. Do you find yourself watching Twitch throughout the day? Like, do you just generally like surfing Twitch?
Obviously throughout the day I'm at work, so I'm unable to view Twitch. at my place of work.
Is that
he says.
quote unquote?
Yeah, no, I tend when I finish streaming, I will, or before I'm about to stream, I will go in and look. I've got a lot of streamers in my follow channels that are small streamers that only have between say 1 and 20 viewers, and I go in and chit chat with them, and then I'll go in and stream. And if me and the boys are not playing games after the stream, I tend to either, as I assume most people do, drift between YouTube and Twitch. So yeah, I've known to sit there and really get in and watch other streamers. It's like when I watch you, Stav. That's the same thing. I'd finished streaming. I thought, he's online. I'll hop in. I'll watch, and I was there for about half an hour or so.
Yeah, and it was
and in that half hour, you've managed to ruin his not ruin his night.
Destroy him.
Instead of going as long.
Yes.
That was crazy.
It
was
that
great
was the best. That was the best night of my life.
That was fun.
Friday when you came into my life. Full circle.
Mm-hmm.
What's this Go XLR mixer you got in front of you right there? You mess around with that thing a lot?
I mess around with 2/3 of it. It's got 4 volume controls on it, so I've got 4 things set up in the channels: the microphone, my background music, the game, and Streamlabs. And then it's got some samplers
where I can sample, change my voice like this.
Or pretend I'm in a really place. Mess around. It does have another section which has so I can live sample and then play things back.
Ooh, all right.
But I've not got around to playing with that. I'm quite lazy.
I love Go XLR mixers.
Yeah.
It gives me a headache thinking about setting it up.
It's actually surprisingly easy.
Yeah, but I'm like surprisingly a big bot, and when it comes to anything, I am so bad at it.
Yeah, one YouTube video and it was all set up.
Oh wow.
I might need like 10 YouTube videos.
If you use OBS or I use Streamlabs OBS. It's easy, and with it all links in with Discord now. It was easier than I thought.
I really want to get it. I also want to get a Stream Deck. You have a Stream Deck too, right?
Yep, I have one of the middle-sized Stream Decks with 5 to 15 buttons.
Yeah, that's a little one, huh?
Yeah. They do a small 6 button. They do the 15, then they do a big one now, don't they? With like 30, 40 buttons on.
Why don't you have a 30?
Because I'd already bought this one. When I saw it, I was like, "Oh, look at they released that one for so rude!" But I've already got this one.
I would lose my mind with a 15. I don't even know what it was. So that just in and out of scenes, right? It'll just like push a button and it could be like
anything
boom.
You want. Yeah, you see, I press a button and the camera's off. And then I press another button and the camera's on.
Oh, there you are. You scared me. I thought you left.
I was demonstrating the Stream Deck there.
Thank you. Now I know. I want you to get the 31 just because I want to see the potential of what can happen with a 30 button Stream Deck over there.
Well, you can, with the Stream Deck, you can make one button will go into another set of 15 buttons. So you can flip between folders in the Stream Deck. So it's infinite, the amount of buttons you can have.
Wow.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I'll never be able to get one of those. That'd be a disaster. I would I'd set it up so my computer would turn off.
Yeah.
I mean,
it can be used for things other than streaming. You can open up programs, you can do all sorts, whatever you want, any macro you want to run or etc. on your PC. Yeah, it can do it.
Can it open up White Claws?
Well, almost anything on your PC.
On my PC,
maybe a virtual White Claw, just kind of open.
Yeah, it could probably run an animation of someone opening up a White Claw.
But then I can't drink it.
True.
That would be a waste for everybody then. Mark, what is your plans for streaming? Do you envision, taking this even further than it already is over there?
My plans are to wing it and see how it goes. And if lots of people decide to chat and follow and subscribe and cheer, then hooray. If it stays as it is, hooray. If just nobody decides to watch, then hooray. I'm easy. I'm just doing it for a laugh, literally.
There's 7,000 people watching this live on the Twitch channel. Right?
Yeah.
So I think you're going to get 7,000 more followers today.
I would be disappointed if I didn't. That's a lot of dancing.
Damn it. That is a lot of dancing.
Yeah. Do you have like some sort of cooldown break in between if you were to get like a raid and then 5 people were to follow at the same time?
Okay, I had someone come into my channel and donate 20 subs.
Wow.
That's a lot of
and I
dancing.
had to dance 20 times in a row.
Did you dance? 20?
Yes, yep,
God
absolutely.
bless.
They're all for people. And there was the Streamlabs would give me like a 5-second delay in between each
Okay.
one.
Oh, that's nice.
And I'd actually lost count. I didn't even know what number I was on as to whether another one was going to come up. But yeah, that was fun.
That's
So
hilarious.
if we gift 20 subs to your channel,
Dance 20 times.
Good for you.
Let's keep that.
I think
in
that
the-
just
in the
kind
back
of
our mind.
goes to show that you're a streamer, that you do it for the fun of it. You do
Absolutely.
it for just the connection between people. I can
Yeah.
tell you love looking at chat and communicating back and forth with them.
Yes.
And
definitely.
it also seems like you try to play games that involves your chat in it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I think that's the big appeal. I mean, for me at least, to your stream is that it's not just watching some guy playing Fortnite. Like, there's not a whole
Yeah.
interaction going on with the chat. It's you playing a game that's interactive, and it's also interactive with the chat. And
Yeah.
I just love it. I love your stream. I think it's so great. And then
Thank you. I appreciate that.
everything else that you have with it, it just brings a whole nother element to it. And it's
And that's really nice to hear.
yeah. You do a great job, and that's obviously why we wanted you on here on this podcast.
I appreciate that.
And I think it's great that you're able to bring the graphics with it as well, which is
I know. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
quite chuffed with that.
Mark, how do you take a game that it's kind of slow, it has a storyline? I struggle with this.
Right.
If I play a game like Fallout 4 or Skyrim or something like that,
Yeah.
how do you take that game and then make it like interacting wise with chat? Like, to me, it's very hard to take a game with a storyline and power through it and like don't read anything and then just still, but like your personality you have like kind of just takes over, and then that's how I feel connected watching your stream, is just through your personality during those kind of downtimes.
Yeah, I think the trick is to keep talking. Keep saying what you're thinking. Don't have big moments of silence. I don't think people like to tune in and just watch some guy staring at the screen, not saying anything, with chat going up, and and then every so often you'll go, oh yeah, I should probably press that button, click. No, I just keep my mind going, keep saying what you're thinking, keep singing, just keep it going. And then as people chat, if there's not much going on in the game, concentrate more on chat. So if somebody says something in chat and there's nothing going on in the game, just keep whatever they say, treat that as the start of a chat, and then just keep chatting about it. So I like someone just, I mean, yesterday someone just said hello. So I went on and on about all the different ways what that could mean, because there was no punctuation on the hello. Did he mean to put an exclamation mark, a question mark? Or was he just saying hello? Keep people engaged.
If you're a new streamer and you're going down this genre of games, like say you don't like the Fortnites or the Apex games like that, and you don't have a lot of interaction in the chat going on, would you just say just bring the energy the entire time? Even if there's nobody in there, like all it takes is one person to come in,
yeah,
and say you're quiet, you're just sitting there like this, playing, running, not talking. Like, you might miss that unique viewer out there. But if you're saying, if you're bringing the funk, you're bringing the noise, you might catch that person's eye, correct?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I used to have the number of viewers I've got on the screen on my Twitch channel, and I used to have it up so I could see how many people were watching. My theory being, when I see people are watching, I should chat to them. But what I do now is I've turned all that off. So there's no display on when I'm streaming. It doesn't, apart from if you look on your device underneath the stream where it says how many viewers there are. I don't display how many viewers, and I don't know how many people are viewing, and I just carry on streaming and having some fun. I'm very fortunate to have a number of regular viewers that are friends that watch and chat. So there is interaction for me, which is quite lucky. But I've been into streams where there's nobody chatting, and that the streamer is chatting away to like just me. But that's when I hop in and chat as well, and then hopefully that makes their night.
I think people get really, when they're starting off, they really get worried about the viewer count.
Definitely.
Yes, I used to get quite hung up on. Well, not hung up, but I used to. After the stream, I'd go straight into the analytics.
It's and it seems like now you're at a good point where you're just there to do it because that's what you want to do.
I'm enjoying it. Yeah.
You're playing the game. You're talking with the people in the chat. You're not caring about how many people are in there. It's literally just like, oh, what are you doing this afternoon? I'm just going to play this video game and talk to random people that are coming in.
Yep.
And not care about it. It is tough because when you get into streaming, I did it. Like the first thing, it's just like, oh, I have 2 viewers right now, right?
I know. Yeah.
And because like you're so worried about like growing and you want it to be an overnight sensation, but it's just not like that, you know? It comes to a point where it's a grind. You have to accept the grind. You have to accept it being a long process, and you have to learn to just enjoy it and not worry about it.
Yes.
And I think you're at that point right now where you're just like, hey, I'm going to play a game for an hour and a half. I'm going to have some fun. And if people want to watch, they can watch. If they want to talk, they can talk.
I mean, I'd also discourage people to start streaming and thinking, I can stream and it could be my full-time job. I can do this. It's going to be epic.
Wait, it can't?
I mean, well, I mean, it can. And it is for a lot of people, but it's not like you've just said, it's not an overnight thing. You really have to work at it. And you know, I'm not in that frame of mind. If I happen to all of a sudden get hundreds of thousands of viewers and hundreds of thousands of subscribers and all the money's coming in, then I'll go, oh, maybe I can do this permanently. But I'm not sure that's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, we all have to keep our electric bills paid so we can all stream. So
very true.
I actually don't think if I ever went full time, I don't know if there'd be enough White Claws in the world to.
Well, there'd be a sponsor, right?
I would hope.
Well, they're unofficially a sponsor right now.
Yeah.
And it's crazy they chose me over the likes of Ninja, Tim the Tatman, Courage, who all promote the brand as well, but they went with me.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. Mendy, did they talk to you, or was that Bud Light Seltzer that came to
you? My people went out to their people, and then they connected with each other, and that was it. That's all I know.
And that's where we stand right now.
Yeah, but it's a real thing. It's not fake. It's real.
It's definitely real. Okay. I'll see if my guys can talk to your guys that are talking to their guys, and then I might get some of Mark's guys, and then maybe all of our guys can just hang out and talk.
Yeah.
Should I just send the twins over?
Yes.
That would probably, really escalate this and get it done.
Yeah.
It would speed up the process of it.
Mark, what is the favorite game you've ever played or streamed?
That is a good question, and one I've been pondering.
That's why I asked it.
I'm unsure if I have an answer to that, because basically I only ever seem to remember the favorite games I've played recently. Like I played a really good game called The Beast Inside, which was a first-person horror. And I really enjoyed that. And I thought, this is one of the best games I've played. And then Song of Horror came along. And whoa, now I'm playing Song of Horror. And I love it. I've really enjoyed the Resident Evil games, especially 7. And then when they remade 2, I enjoyed that one.
That was really good. I watched one of our GGR streamers do that when it first came out. And it was very, very entertaining. Mendy, I don't think I've ever asked...
I did it when they first came out.
I don't think I've ever asked you this, Mendy. What's your favorite game of all time? Rocket League doesn't count.
I was going to say Rocket League, but I'm drawing a huge blank right now. It's like a PS4 exclusive. I've definitely mentioned it before. And they're coming out with a new game. Oh, God, I forget the name of it.
Yeah, he loves the game so much.
I just love the game so much, I forgot about it.
It's the best one ever.
We've talked about this before, too.
I literally just asked you because I just said, I don't know if I've ever gone down this before. I mean, you must really love it because you can't think of it.
You mean you have different favorite games at different stages of your life? I mean, I remember having a N64 and liking Mario Kart, and that was the best game ever. And then for its time, and now you have other games. Everyone's played Zelda; those games are epic.
I still stand with Zelda being my favorite game of all time, though.
Right.
Because that was just I've never had more fun than playing the ocarina and just. That game was so cool.
What about God of War? I thought that was your favorite.
God of War's 2. God of War is 2.
Then where's
No, sorry, God of War is 3. Skyrim and Fallout 4 are 2.
Wow. Where's Fortnite in this category?
Fortnite's up there. It's up there.
He's one of those.
But there's a difference between a fun game like Fortnite and Apex. Like I love playing those games, but it's like it doesn't mean they're a great game, you know? Like
Can I ask you, Stav, how long have you been playing Fortnite?
I started
It's been out
20
for a while, but it wasn't until like
I think
don't know if it was a
2018.
year.
I think early
What,
2018
do
is
you
when I
remember
started.
what season they were on?
3 maybe.
Yeah, I
Right.
think that's when it started to really blow up.
Yeah, because we started playing it, I think, pre-season 1, where everyone playing it was awful. So we fitted in quite well, me and my mates. We didn't stream it, we just played it. But then when people started to get good and we didn't, we decided not to get good. We decided to stay the same level of bad, and everyone got good. It got to a point where we
it's
couldn't
insane.
play it.
It's really evolved. Like you
It
look at
has.
that first season gameplay, and it's people
Yeah.
like not knowing how to build or anything like that.
Yeah, that's
And
me.
then now you look and people are doing like all these edits and stuff, and it's just really like I don't even know if Fortnite saw what it could turn into with like the edits to the buildings and stuff, and now you look at it, it's just like completely maxed out.
Yeah.
It is crazy, and it surpassed me too. Like I'm at a point where I can't hang with the really really good people anymore. I never really could.
You can't just like casually play that game. You have to like
No.
squat up and just
Yeah.
full out sweat mode. There's no
Yeah.
casual gameplay in that anymore.
I still think the building aspect is the best thing in any game ever because
Yeah, it is good.
it adds a uniqueness, and like that's on you. That's 100% on you. Your skill in building, it's grinding, so you can be as good as you want in that game. I'm not trying to turn this into a Fortnite stuff, but it's cool that you've played it. But it's so that's a really fun game. Apex is a really fun game, but Zelda, Skyrim, Fallout, to me, those are just my favorite games, like overall games of all time. The new God of War was really, really good though.
What about did you play old generation games like Bubble Bobble and Lemmings?
I've never heard of either of those games that you just mentioned.
So the answer would be no then.
No, I did play them. No,
I just forgot the names of them.
yeah, I just
Like
me.
me.
I blanked. I
Yeah,
blanked.
isn't that PS1 exclusive, right?
Yeah.
Yvonne just helped me out. It was Last of Us. To me, that was my favorite game. I don't know if you guys ever played that.
I don't think I've played it, but I know of it.
It's beautiful. It made me cry.
It made you cry, and you couldn't even remember it.
Yeah, I'm just I'm a bit knackered right now.
Knackered.
Yvonne just messed everything up. Thank you. The Last of Us.
Yes.
So when you were talking about older games,
Yes.
would you say, and I kind of want to lead this into a horror video game discussion because we haven't gone down this road yet.
Okay.
Would you say the older games still stand up, or are you liking the newer games? So take Resident Evil, the original Resident Evil 2, and then the remastered Resident Evil 2. Do you think it's cooler playing the old one, or do you like it being remastered and then
I
with
like
the
it
new
being
one coming out?
remastered. I like the new. When I play the old one, it's very nostalgic, and I go, "Oh, I remember playing this. Yeah, what?" And when I played it first time round back in the day, it was like, "No, look at these graphics. What?" And now that you've got the same response to the remastered one, wow, that remaster was epic. I enjoyed playing it. I played it through 4 times, obviously. Two different, for the 2 characters, and then the 2 different Route A and Route B. And yeah, epic. Really enjoyed it. Really looking forward to 3.
Would you say that's a horror game?
Yes. Yeah,
What?
there's blood and gore.
Why wouldn't you
and
say it's a horror game?
I want to know what kind of classifies as a horror game. So, is it anything that's kind of like suspenseful that like has like these like kind of jump scenes? Maybe would that just make it like We
I think
Happy
it depends.
Few?
Yeah, I mean, there could be
that
horror and thriller are quite a close genre, aren't they?
Yeah.
So would We Happy Few, would that be a horror game, or is that just a
No.
I would say that's a thriller. I would say more excitement going on.
Yeah, and it's very cartoony as well. It's portrayed in a very happy way, whereas Resident Evil is definitely blood and gore.
Yeah.
What's your favorite horror game of all time? Would it be Resident Evil's?
I think so. I mean, the thing is I really enjoyed Outlast 2. That was a phenomenal game. And also recently I played a game, and I'm going to do a Mendy here and remember the name
Do a
entirely.
Mendy here. Oh, that's fantastic.
I think it was called Sweet 773. And And it was a game that it only said it will take you 50 minutes to play, and you have to do these certain things. But I remember papping myself playing that. I streamed it as well, and even people in chat were going, "Oh my goodness, this I can't take it." You know, it was
Wow.
it was a very thriller suspense. I mean, it wasn't horror, there wasn't gore, but it was certainly scary with strange noises and things.
What's this
Also,
Sweet 773?
I think it's called Sweet 773. Or it could be 775. I can't remember.
Manager, please download Sweet 773 or 775.
It's a little indie game. It's really, really good. And also, I don't know if you heard of Simulacra. Have you heard of that game?
No.
That's a game which has got a picture of a mobile phone on the screen, and you're just playing through. You're basically flicking through a mobile phone, and you get messages and all that sort of stuff. That scared the bejeebies out of me.
If someone go ahead, Manny.
I was just curious. Do you ever get worried about downloading these games and playing these games, and then you're like, maybe I shouldn't be streaming this. Maybe this is a bit too much for my audience. Like, have you ever been worried about that sort of thing?
Not on the horror side of games. No, there's a few games that I was going to stream, and then I thought, oh, I can stream this. Woo! And then when I actually looked into it, it was quite inappropriate for streaming, and I'm like, yeah, that's pushing boundaries a bit in the wrong direction. But no, horror, I'm fine with that. Gorier the better.
The game that you were playing yesterday was really wild. Pretty much actually, I don't want to give it away, but it was pretty intense.
I mean, I finished it. It was a one night game. It was only supposed to last 2 hours, and I think I did it in just under. Yeah, that was wild, wasn't it? I've played a few like that. There's another one called Last Day of June, which was just very similar to that. Very sad at the end, but really, really good and weird. Just weird. And those are the games I like.
If someone wants to get into horror gaming, what's a good starting point? What's a good game to go in and check out?
I guess it depends on how much horror games affect you. I mean, the Outlast games are phenomenal because they're fairly linear, and there isn't too many puzzles in them. The Resident Evil games are really good, but I find there's a lot of retracing your steps and things. So, you may want to concentrate more on getting into the game rather than working out how to play the game. So yeah, I'd say the Outlast games, Outlast 1 and then Outlast 2. And then if you can survive those, you can survive anything.
Outlast, they're doing a movie on that, right?
I'd not heard of that, but I'd be very excited if they were.
I think I heard that. It's just popping in my head because I hadn't heard of the games, but I remember it being a big thing because I think like Mark Wahlberg's in it or something. I don't know. I'm probably wrong. I'm probably pulling a Mendy. I love how you said that too, by the way. That was fantastic. So are you excited for the Resident Evil 3 one?
Very.
Because I think Resident Evil 2, the remastered version, was awesome. I think everybody enjoyed playing it.
Yeah.
And I think this new one that's coming out is going to be the exact same thing, just a different game. So
yeah. And that's one of the rare games that I will stream on day of release.
Day of release. Would you stream it multiple times after beating it over and over again?
Yes, but I'll give it some time before I play it again. So I've done Resident Evil 2, all 4 different versions, route A, route B with the boy and the girl. But have I come back to it? I did come back to it a few months later, because when you finish it, you get unlimited ammo. So then you can go through and play it with unlimited ammo.
Nice.
And I've done that with Resident Evil 7 as well. 7 is a great game, I think.
Would you consider the older God of War games, horror or thrillers?
I've not played them, so I don't know.
It's very linear. Those
I've
are
seen
really,
them. They
really
seem more
good.
fantasy games.
Yeah, it has like the Greek mythology and everything, but it's like very gory, and Kratos is just like a very dark, like demigod, I guess you would call him. And
there's just like scary.
There's a couple scenes that are like, whoa, this is big. It's not really scary though, because like Kratos is there and he's just the savior of all. Like he's the toughest dude in the history of everything. Which reminds me of myself, just wicked, jacked, ripped, tall.
Yeah.
It's tough. No, I wasn't sure if like that's the line, like if that's a line between if it's gory and kind of I don't even know, it like takes you're just like, whoa, like does that make it a scary thing, or is it just strictly horror is just Can't define it. It is what it is.
Yeah, I think people who want their game to be a horror game, it will be a horror game like Outlast and Resident Evil. It's got a shock value, it's got gore, it's got all things like that. God of War, from what I've seen, I think is graphically very good and quite intimidating, but I'm not sure if it's a horror game. I don't know.
If I believe it hard enough, I think I can make it a horror game. Have you played Mendy? What's the game that Gonzo was playing? Like Friday the 13th?
Mendy's not going to know the name, is he?
True. Good call. What's the
Dead
one where
by
like
Daylight?
Dead by Daylight? What have you played that, Mark?
Oh yes,
It's
yes,
like a
hundreds of hours
multiplayer
in
game,
that.
right?
Yeah.
Is that
that's
game
definitely up
awesome?
there for you.
That game is awesome. I think we overplayed it and then we got a little bit bored of it. And
You were just too good at it.
No.
Didn't they recently announce like a teaser for a possible new character? I don't know if that is true or not.
Yeah, they do release new characters every so often, don't they?
Yeah, I think they did one recently. I remember seeing it on YouTube.
I can't remember the last one I played. It's a long time ago.
Yeah, I mean it's still big. I see a lot of people still playing it. I saw somebody like Ninja playing it not too long ago.
Really?
Yeah.
I do watch a few streamers, but I quite like watching it. But when I play it, it's a game that me and my mates will play off stream.
I just saw someone playing got like put on like a hook and then was just like left to die, and I was just like,
Oh yeah.
okay, I was not expecting that. And for some reason I was like, I'm really interested in this game. And then I saw like all the sweet characters that they have in it, like the Demigorgons from Stranger Things. Obviously Jason was in there. Like I was like, whoa, this is really cool. It kind of reminded me of Cabin in the Woods, the movie, but just a video game version.
Yeah.
Like,
no, it's a very good game.
I'm interested. Mendy, we might have to put this on a list of potential nights to do, because I think that'd be pretty
I'll be
fun.
up for joining you on that.
Let's do it.
All right, it's strictly going to be like 2 a.m. though, after like 15 White Claws. You in?
Obviously, I wouldn't have it any other way.
Okay, we'll just get you at 7 a.m. after an all-night bender out of you.
Yep.
And imagine just like 2 a.m. rolls around, just like invite from SuperCrazyMark for Dead by Daylight, and I'm just like, all right, here we go. It's about to get weird. That would be fire. I've never really played any horror stuff, so I'm honestly just very intrigued by the whole genre itself, because I don't know anything about it and I would like to. Is there one game that's just like super over the top scary? Like I'm talking jump scares. You need to turn all the lights off. It needs to be dark out to really set the mood.
There's been a few. I mean, they're all different types of scares. There's a game out called Visage, which I found incredibly scary. And yeah, the Outlast games are particularly good. You have to be in the right frame of mind when you're playing the game as well. You have to sit there and think, I'm going to enjoy this game for the game and be scared, rather than just think, well, that's not very realistic. You know, that wouldn't happen. That would take away the flair of the game.
So don't be drunk when playing it, because it might alter my mindset.
Yeah, that could work both ways.
I think you can argue
I know
about
some,
that for all
for
games.
me, sometimes I can't. There's been a few games I've played that have been so jumpy and scary that I've worn my heart rate monitor while playing, and then recorded it on my watch, and then afterwards told people of what happened to me. You could see the spikes in my heart rate when the scares happened.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
You should have it like on the screen, so whenever like a crazy moment happens, everybody can see your monitor.
Yeah, I could work on that. I don't know how I'd do that, but I'm sure I could do that.
I would like to stream like a horror game one night, and like I said, all the lights off, and just because
I can't even imagine you doing that.
I'm pretty like jumpy when it comes to stuff. Like I really like scary, but like I am jumpy, so I think it would. I think it would be a fun night.
I bet you've probably got a really high pitched girly scream as well when something jumps out at you. I can imagine that.
Go turn your camera off and then turn it back on, and then I'll give you what my scare would be.
Okay, hang on. How about that?
Ah!
Whoa.
Boom, nailed it.
Yeah.
I love that. Mark, you're freaking awesome. Is there outside of gaming, what are you doing over there, Super Crazy Mark?
Sorry.
It's okay. Do you like soccer or football?
No.
No. Okay, that
No.
was easy.
Move
All right,
along.
Yeah,
Josh, that
don't play any
Men-
sports.
Mendy, terrible question to put in there. Thank you.
Yeah, I saw that and I'm like, soccer? What's soccer?
I was-
Soccer.
I even had a match on before, thinking we might be able to connect over a little cool action. I don't know.
No, I
Mendy,
don't.
what
I
do you
don't
definitely
think?
play
wasn't
or
watching.
follow any sports.
Good for
Okay,
you.
Roger. Terrible question, Mendy. Terrible.
Yeah.
Why would you come up with that? Do you like to get pissed, as you guys call it?
Not as often as I used to, but yeah, every so often,
Same.
yeah, I'll go out
Yeah.
for a crazy night out or super crazy night out and have
Ooh, super crazy night out. What does a super crazy night out entail? Like you just bar hop in?
Oh, I'm definitely a bar hopper. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, I
Nice.
don't like to stay in one bar for more than 1 or 2 drinks.
Do you have like a local pub near you that like you walk in and everybody's just like, hey?
Not anymore. No. A few years ago, yeah, but I don't go out so much anymore.
My the only place that does that for me now is just on Twitch.
Yeah.
I don't leave my room.
It's probably my local supermarket. You know, when I walk in, they go, hey, he's here to stock up on beer or cider. I seem to be drinking cider at the moment.
Nice.
There's no White Claws over there, huh?
No.
Why?
We only have the strong, decent stuff over here. None of that.
Oh yeah, the decent stuff, aka
Yeah.
the best drink ever in the history of the world. I need to find out if you can internationally ship claws out because I had someone come into my chat last night. I think he's from Australia or New Zealand, something like that. And he said he would be interested in having me send them claws.
Mm.
And I think that'd be a nice little like, oh, you have a package from me, and it just has a nice note that says "Love sincerely, Stav." And then you guys would test a White Claw for the first time
Yeah.
because people in other countries don't have it. So I think that Mad70 came over here, went to Disney, and had a claw for the first time because I was just hyping them up so much. And he said they weren't that good. So,
Well,
Big rip.
I'm pretty sure that if you sent me a claw, it would have a little note in that would just say "shotgun this," wouldn't it?
just 500 bits inside of it, and just
Yeah.
said, "Here's."
And yeah,
here's
I'd
your-"
have to do it on stream
Have you ever been to the United States?
loads of times. Yeah.
Loads of times. Where'd you go?
Let's see: New Orleans, Puerto Rico, Miami, North Carolina, South Carolina, New York, LA, Hawaii, Boston.
Have you ever been in New Jersey?
Tampa, anywhere?
Have you ever been in New Jersey?
No.
Yeah, good call. Don't go there.
Yeah.
So Mendy's in New Jersey. I'm just outside of Boston. What'd you do in Boston?
Well, back in the day, I used to work on cruise ships, and the cruise ship docked there for a few days. So I was only there for maybe 2 or 3 days.
Oh, wow.
So I
Did
just
you do
had a
anything
look around.
cool?
I love the tram system,
Is that the trains?
the underground.
Yeah, the T.
Yeah, that was very good because they were trams underground. I seem to remember. I went to see the Cheers outside of the place
Yeah.
where Cheers was filmed.
Did you catch was it in the summer? Did you see Fenway Park?
It was in the summer. I don't remember. It was it must have been 15 years ago, 20 years ago probably.
Wow. I'm assuming that was way before the streaming days.
Oh, way, yeah.
Way before. That's pretty sweet. I didn't know you came over here that much. That's awesome.
Yeah. I looked for you, but I don't think you were there that day.
Yeah. I was busy that day.
Yeah.
I was probably at the library reading books.
Yes.
Yeah.
They don't let me in libraries because I'm not one for reading, as you know, in the streams. So yeah.
True.
Yeah, they kicked me out.
Mm.
Yeah, they kicked me out. Mark, I got nothing else, man. Mendy, you got anything else?
I feel like we did a deep dive into Mark's streaming life and somewhat of his personal life. And
Mark, you got any questions for us, my man? You want some of this?
How long have you guys been streaming? How long's the Good Game Report been going?
oh man,
Good Game Report has been fully functional for a little over a year now.
Right. So it took you a year to find me, is what I'm just getting at.
Well, actually, this is Max's fault, kind of, because
It is, isn't it?
he said he's been
He's had
following you
this
for years.
information this entire time,
Yeah.
and just said no. I'm going to keep this for myself.
Yeah.
I mean, we could have been best friends for like months now,
Yeah.
I know.
and
Lot
now
of
it's just
catching
been
up
a
to do.
week. Now it's just been a week.
Yeah.
I still have to get you our 1 week anniversary gift.
Oh dear.
Yeah,
It's gonna be a White Claw.
It's being made. It's being made
Yeah.
currently.
Yeah.
But to answer your question, I would stream kind of for fun off my Xbox because it was easy to do it. And I was just kind of curious as far as like the technical side of it. And then I didn't really start seriously doing it maybe like a few months ago. Stav kind of encouraged me after I joined up with Good Game Report. And it's been a lot of fun. I didn't know what to expect, to be honest. Not that I wasn't interested in streaming, because I obviously was, but I didn't know what to expect, and so far it's just been like connecting with people. I didn't expect
It's
that
good
part
fun.
of it. Yeah,
Mm.
it was just connecting with people that obviously I would have never met in my life, and now I know a lot of people through this community that we're in, and we're playing games with them. We're hanging out in their streams. We're supporting each other. Like it's this really beautiful thing.
Mm.
So I think Stav has been streaming a lot longer than I have. It was like a few years.
I
Maybe?
took a weird route. I started on my console just to kind of get my foot in the door and see if I would like it. And I started loving it. I started love getting clips and promoting it to Instagram. And then I was like, all right, you can't stream on PlayStation because that kind of stinks. So what's the next step? Bought a computer and did a full setup and everything. Changed my name, I think 6 times in the entire process.
There was an Uncle Stav at one point, for the record.
Oh, right.
It was Uncle Stav 21. It was Uncle Stav. It was.
I could just imagine that. Hello. No.
No.
I am
Yes.
Uncle Stav.
In the intro video that I just started playing, you can actually see all the names. So it's a nice little
Right.
like transgression of, just kind of my thing. But
Rebranding.
I've been streaming for a year on PC, and that's what I like to say my streaming life is, because that's when it really took off. You can't really do much on the PlayStation when it comes to streaming, but it's a good platform to start and see if you'll like it. So that's the path I chose. And I'm mad I wasn't doing it earlier.
Mm.
I wish I was streaming earlier in my life. I really do.
So I'm assuming that you guys, as far as sports, are into your soccer, football,
Soccer,
stuff.
not as much.
baseball.
No.
I don't know. What is it you play over there?
Soccer's actually, the people that like soccer mainly like the international version.
Yeah.
So they'll watch, the English
Yeah.
Premier Leagues and stuff like that. There's actually a couple bars in Boston that, are packed at 8 a.m. in the morning because it's people that really love that club that will go watch it. But
Right.
mainly it's football, basketball, baseball, and then hockey's probably fourth in that. But football,
don't forget
basketball,
about NASCAR is a big one. Gotta love NASCAR.
Okay. I mean, I don't play sports or watch sports, or I'm not interested in sports, but I do partake in a lot of running and obstacle course racing. So I am
Oh.
quite active.
Are you a Spartan racer?
Do you know, I've never done a Spartan, no, but I have done 15 Tough Mudders.
Okay, you're
15.
a tough mudder. That's a lot.
Good for you.
Yeah.
I'm getting cramps thinking about just doing one tough mudder.
Yeah, but now more recently, over like the last year, I've got more into running and ultra running and things like that. So it's less obstacle course and more running.
What's ultra running?
Ultra running is anything further than a marathon. So anything further than 26.2 miles is classed as an ultra marathon. So
Yeah, I
26 that's 42 kilometers. So anything over there. So I've done a few 50 kilometers and I've done a couple of 100 kilometers.
Yeah, anything over 100 kilometers is just too much, I think.
Yeah, I don't think I've done over 100, but I have done the 100. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't.
You
go any
haven't taken
further.
one step over 100?
No.
No.
When I was doing the 100K, and I got to 100K on my watch, I'd just stop. I'd say, come on, bring me my medal. I know I'm not at the finish. Come on, right here.
It's like you run into a wall at the exact 100.
Yeah.
It's like, I
then
can't
you
go any
stop.
further.
Yeah. It's like when you do a tough mudder and they say they're sort of 10 miles long and you get to 10 miles and you're nowhere near the end.
Are those really 10 miles long?
They're 10 to 12 miles. Yeah.
It's very sneaky of them saying it's 10 miles and make you do an additional 2.
Yeah. But then you get more for your money, right?
Yeah. Running, I don't know. I can't. I used to get into running, then I injured my knee, and I haven't been able to run really. So
What?
Yeah,
But
I injured my knee, and I've only just got back into it. But yeah, it's part of the course, isn't it?
Interesting.
ultra running, going over an actual marathon. That's super crazy. That's super crazy.
I'm doing a half marathon next week, actually.
Good for you, dude.
Yeah.
And
That's
still
awesome.
crushing ciders while training, or is it just easy? Is it just easy claps?
I think crushing ciders is the training.
Oh, okay.
Would you say that's what you do outside of streaming, other than work, obviously?
Running and yeah, it's more running now, and yeah, running and streaming basically.
Running and streaming. You don't go out like fishing or anything like that. You're not a big fisherman.
No,
No.
No.
I feel
As
like
he
it's
laughs at you. As he
No.
laughs at you, Mendy.
how dare you?
I
What
love
about jet
fishing.
skiing? You into that?
I did it when I was in Miami, but
My
it's not the
guy.
sort of thing you do over here in the UK.
Gotcha. You into turtles?
Not that I can talk about on stream.
Okay, good call.
Wait, what?
I only know one person who promotes their turtle love on stream.
Yeah, no, yeah,
No comment.
no comment.
Okay, cool.
That's what my lawyers told me to say.
Mark,
Yes,
Wow.
this has been absolutely unbelievable.
it's been fun, right?
It has been fun. I mean, the breakdown into your gaming background, your stream, the twins, the horror discussion. It was all great stuff. All great stuff. We just want to, thank you for coming on, and thank
That's
you
okay.
for coming in and being part of our streams and just hanging out and being a friend. Not only to us but to Good Game Report. You're very, very sincere. You're a great streamer. And you've been awesome to have.
I enjoy watching you guys. You guys do a great job, and hopefully my people come over and watch you, and maybe some of your people would want to come over and watch me.
You people and the you people and the you people and these
And then
people and the
Your guys and
yeah.
our guys.
yeah, and
we'll
your
link up
guys.
with
We'll talk to
these
our guys.
And we're quite different as well, which is good. So it's not as if we're both playing Apex or something. There's no real competition. It's good, and I like to pop over and watch you play Apex and drink.
Thank you.
I think it's more the drinking aspect of
Yeah,
it.
I'm a pro Apex player, but I'm even more pro at drinking.
Yes.
And you
I'm
said
a
I
pro
was-
drinker, but I don't do it on stream very much.
And you said I was good at Apex, so that's the best part about this
Yeah.
entire
Well, look,
thing.
is it now? You see, I've not seen many people play Apex, so
Oh, okay. Now it makes sense.
I've seen you win games though, so you must be all right.
Wow. He really watches you, Stav.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Or maybe not, because I can't remember the last time you won a game. Oh. Look at that
Super
face.
crazy Mendy over there, ladies and gentlemen. Well, Mark, again, thank you for coming on. Really, really appreciate it. Right now, we do any plugs. So if you have any plugs you want to do out there, Super Crazy Gaming,
Oh,
or your socials that you already had queued up, ready to go.
genius.
There you go.
So this is kind of an outro for you. Whatever you'd like to say, the floor is yours.
Oh, well, I stream most nights at 8 o'clock UK time. I've only just started using Instagram and Facebook. Well, I mean, I've been using it for years, but for SuperCrazyMark, I've started posting stuff. So it would be great if you could hop on the social. Twitter, well, I kind of use it occasionally, but it's always nice. I don't know. But it's more Instagram and Facebook. And yeah, I finished a game last night, so I don't actually know what I'm going to be playing tomorrow. So it's a bit of a surprise. I'm just,
Ooh.
because again, I genuinely wing it all the time. So yeah, there'll be a new game starting tomorrow at 8 p.m. my time. It'd be great if people could stop by and say hello. And I always support the small streamer and, fellow small streamer. So if anyone pops in and they are a streamer, I will pop back and pop in their stream. And as long as they're any good, I'll stick around. And that's it. I've enjoyed it. It's been great.
Everybody, highly recommend following. Kind of like Danks, though, do it when he's live.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You want to make sure you get the dance and the movement
Yep.
upon the follow, and then you might even get to see the twins.
Yes.
And a bunch of other great stuff that you pull up on screen.
It's phenomenal. Mendy, you got any plugs?
I just want to give another shout out to all my ears in chat. Your.
All the yours in chat. Did he just say? Oh man. All the yours.
I just want to say again, you have to tune into SuperCrazyMark's stream, and as we mentioned before, you're very personal with your chat. You gotta tune into him when he's live. It's phenomenal. Definitely check.
Thank you.
SuperCrazyMark
I have a
out.
good time doing it.
Yes, and shout out to all my yurts. Stav, it's all yours.
All the yurts? Did you just call them the yurts?
Yeah, bro,
Oh.
chat's going crazy with the yurts right now.
Oh no.
Yurt.
Yurt. Well, in that case, I want to give a shout out to all my WhatsApps out there. No, I won't do that. I won't do that. No, I just want to thank the community, and you guys have been crazy, absolutely wild, absolutely nuts. So big shout out to you, everybody who's watched the podcast live on Twitch right now, or listened to it, or is watching it on YouTube next week or in the future. Thank all of you very much for tuning in, listening, and just being part of this growing community. We have a lot of fun doing these podcasts. I love, meeting new people and having them on, just kind of getting a little background on them and their gaming history. And today it was great to have Mark on. So
Thank you.
It's been awesome. Again, highly recommend the follow for SuperCrazyMark out there. Please support. Stop by, say what's up, and just keep being awesome. You guys are great. You guys are absolutely great. I appreciate everybody. That's gonna be it for me over here. Mendy, thank you. SuperCrazyMark, thank you. We'll be back Monday night for a second podcast this weekend.
Yes.
With GGR streamer Matt's Geek Corner. We're gonna touch on some retro gaming then. So it'll be Monday night. So we can have claw parties tonight and tomorrow. Big preach, everybody out there. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We'll catch you on Monday, hopefully. But thank you for watching, and thank you for downloading. Thank you for playing. GG's
Thank
only.
you for having me.
Of course.
SuperCrazyMark.
We would love
Mendy.
to have you again, Mark.
I'm Stav. We're out, baby. Thank you.
Peace.